Yeah, go ahead, because you should have some of it, but we'll just mix and match and cut things.
All right. So the day after 9/11, my fourth grade teacher had brought a TV into the room and let our class watch the plane crashes and some of the news that happened the day before, which was controversial at the time, whether students should be able to watch it or not. I know there was a lot of phone calls and emails after that of parents that were angry. In our class, I know in many classes actually, we all made letters and banners and notes to policemen and firemen and sent them to the stations around town. Many students in my school, they lost a parent or had parents away for weeks because of the attacks. They were needed in the city. And so I know a boy in my class was out for a while after when he lost his father, and the same with my sister's best friend. She was out of school for a while.
Did it kind of bring your community closer together?
I think so. I remember for weeks and weeks after it happened, there were funerals, and you could tell the difference between a funeral and then a funeral that was involved in the 9/11 attacks, because there was always cop cars lined up and firemen, and the lines were always down the street, basically, at the funeral homes for the ones that lost their lives during 9/11. So, yeah, I think it did bring our community. I know some people, like my parents, went to a few more funerals than we went to, even if they didn't know them. If it was a cop or a fireman that we read in the newspaper, I know they went to those funerals.
With you being so young, did it kind of like bring a shock of maturity to you? Like you kind of had to grow up a little bit more just to realize what was going on and everything?
I think in a way, I don't know how to say it. I don't know if it was maturity or it brought to light almost that not everything in the world was good. There was very much evil out there. Which, I mean, I was always told growing up about that not everybody's a good person, but that was to a whole new level, I guess, for me.
Did your childhood ever go back to, I wouldn't say normal, but to a regular, everyday kind of lifestyle that you were used to having before the event?
I think my parents did their best to keep it that way. I don't think much was changed. Obviously, as I got older, I understood more and more at what had actually happened during 9/11, but I don't think for the few months after, I think there was a lot of changes just because of things I was seeing and hearing, but I think after a few months, everything kind of went back to normal. I'm just trying to think of other things. I know there was a lot of ribbons that were being hung up around town of people, like certain houses had certain ribbons, and that's when you knew they had a relative that was over there helping or someone that they've lost.
Did you have anyone close to you lost or anybody?
No, I have family members that work in New York City and Manhattan.
Mm-hmm.
But they weren't close enough to be in any sort of danger. They were able to see it from their office buildings, and they were kind of stuck there for a few days, but I was lucky, I guess, in that way.
Yeah. All right, so I assume we're good. Thank you.
Okay, no problem.
Thanks so much for agreeing to do this.
Yes, it was pretty easy.